Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. I just wanted to do a quick trades recap and reviewing today's price action on NQ. So I had several messages of people telling me that they faced a lot of difficulties trading today's price action on NQ again, right? I agree with that. It was basically a ranging market and you will easily get stopped out in a ranging market if you don't know how to approach it. I made videos about it in the past, but let's just do a quick review about it, right? So the trade that I took was a shorting opportunity from here, only one trade, right? And I will tell you why I take only one trade. So let's get into the analysis. So again, how do you identify ranging market? Again, by just looking at the previous price action, what price was doing before going into the trading session, right? So for example, what London has been doing. So here, as you can see, let's put a line on 9:30 maybe. I start at 10:30, but let's put a line right here. You can see that basically here, price was in a downtrend, not that strong, right? And then what happened after or at 8 a.m., if we go to the 1 hour, we can see that price is sweeping both sides of the market. We are sweeping the highs and we are also sweeping the lows. We are failing to close above the highs and failing to close below the lows. So in an uptrend, right, in a normal uptrend, you can see that the market is failing to close below lows and breaking above highs, right? Failing to close below lows and breaking above highs, closing above the highs. That's a normal uptrend, right? And you can easily find opportunities when price fails to take lows. Near the lows, they are the best opportunities, and you can participate in continuation trades here, right? And then wait for another pullback and then participating in the continuation trade. So that's easy to trade. But in a ranging market, you can see that we are sweeping both sides of the market, right? Both sides, buy side and sell side, right? If you may. And so we are not favoring longs or shorts. But what you can do is you can basically trade at the extremities, right? I did a video about it. You can check my previous reviews, right? Sweeping below these lows. So this was a really high probability, and I put an alert on this right here, and I missed that. Unfortunately, it was at 7 a.m. and the moment I wanted to open the chart to take a trade, this is out of my trading hours, but it was really high probability, but price like exploded without me. And you can go through it. For example, yes, here we are in a range, but overall we are in an uptrend, right? You can see that we are failing to close below lows here, and we are closing above the highs, failing to close below lows, closing above the highs, closing above the highs. So this is a typical uptrend, and I was waiting for the sweep of this right here. This was really high probability again. I was waiting for the sweep of this low and then to take a quick scalp. So let's start from this right here, from this low that has been taken on 7 a.m., right? If we go to the 15-minute time frame, so this low can be seen on a lot of time frames above us, on the 15, on the 30-minute, even on the 1 hour, right? So that means that a slight reaction from this low, let's say a reaction on the 1 hour, one candle or 2 hourly candles above, that's a lot of points if you're going to scalp that on the lower time frame, right? And I showed you how you can do that, how you can refine your entry on the lower time frames. You are basically zooming in on the lower time frames, and you want to see only sweeps, only wicks below that. When you see body closure, you stop, right? So we have a sweep right here on the 15-minute. Let's see if it is also seen on the 5-minute. As you can see, it is also seen on the 5-minute, right? Let's simulate this. So as you can see, it was also seen on the 5 minute and it gave a beautiful entry. But as you can see, price, once I saw this body closure right here, I wanted to open the chart, but basically I was too slow, right? And it gave a nice reaction. Again, this reaction might not seem that big if we go to the 1 hour. So this is like two candles on the 1 hour, but on the 5 minute it is a lot and a lot of points. So this is why I like to take sweeps with lows or highs that are seen on multiple time frames, right? So as you can see, price rejected heavily on the 5 minute. Okay, so this was a miss. Again, on the 1 hour, if we check the 1 hour or even the 30 minutes, you can see here that we swept this and we also failed to close above this, right? Sweeping this and failing to close below the low, failing to close above the high. Now we are in a range. This is a typical range, right? Price is unable to find a direction. So how to trade the range? As I said, extremities. Trade at the top of the range and at the bottom of the range. So price rejected from here, returned back into that 5 minute CSS, right? And traded away from it. So basically I was looking for buying opportunities here, right? I don't want to trade here because basically this is like the middle of the range from this high to this low. This I don't want to trade here, right? I've seen a couple of sweeps here also, and as you can see it works, but again I don't trade the middle of the range. I was prioritizing long opportunities here and also here, and I got a nice opportunity right here. So I sit on my hands for almost 2 hours, right? And I found a nice opportunity right here. Again, I'm not trading this. This is the middle of the range, but you can also trade it on the 15-second time frames. I believe you will find nice opportunities here or on the 5-second, but let's stick at extremities. Now, here what happened, we have that 30-minute sweep, 30-minute and 1 hour sweep. On the 15-minute, it was a break of structure, but it was like a shy break of structure. Let me show you, right? So here you go. For me, that was not convincing that the price or this zone is going to hold to push price to the upside. So let's go back to the 1 minute. Again, I like to stack my point of interest or my confirmations. For example, here we have this confirmation price rejected from that 5 minute CSS. We have another CSS here. So this sweep was actually 15 minutes. And then I was looking for the same thing inside here. And unfortunately, price gave me that here. So as you can see, the pattern we are looking for, sweep, and then the CSS here, and then price traded away from it. Another sweep here, CSS here, and then price traded away from it, right? But again, I was looking for deeper mitigation of the zone. Now, let's talk about this. Here we have again that 30-minute sweep. We also had a 3-minute sweep, as you can see. So here we have a 3-minute unmitigated sweep. So here we have a sweep on the 1 minute. Yes, we swept this, but this was mitigated. So I was looking for something on the higher time frame, and I found it at the 3 minute. So here we go. This candle swept this high, right, and also this high, and we closed below it right here, and we don't have a touch or retracement into it. So this is an unmitigated zone, right? Let's go back to the 1 minute. So now we are inside this zone, and then what happened here? Price was trading to the upside, a break of structure here, right? So this is an uptrend. As you can see, we are sweeping lows and failing to close below lows and closing above highs, typical uptrend. But here, look what happened. We tapped into that 3-minute zone. we put in this high, started trading lower, and then failed to take the high, right? Failed to take the high. This indicates a reversal. And the CSS happened here. So this candle put in this high, and then the break of structure happened here. I took my entry on the 30%, right? As always. And I was targeting this. Since I'm trading the range, I took 2R from here, and price went and attacked these lows right here. So basically, when I took my trade from here, I closed the chart because I know that my next opportunity, based on the rules that I set to myself, is going to be here, somewhere around here. If price giving me something, price isn't giving me anything, or even below this, again, we are trading the extremities, right? Again, price didn't give me anything, but it doesn't matter because I closed the chart right here. 2R is more than enough, especially in an environment like this, where you have to wait, where you have to be very patient, right? This is not, again, not an uptrend where you can buy every pullback, right? Where you can buy every pullback and look for multiple continuations right here. This is a range, and this is how the range move, right? So also the difference right here is on the range or on the uptrend, I don't use a lot of point of interest or a lot of confirmations. Sometimes, yes, I take this higher time frame point of interest. I look for buys right here, right? Inside it, buys, and then from it, I'm going to take continuations based on the same point of interest or the same logic. I'm going to look for continuations without any higher time frame zones, right? Only one, I'm going to milk it to the next high. But as you can see here, I like to stack multiple confirmations sweeping here. This sweep, another sweep right here, another unmitigated zone here, and another sweep here, right? So multiple confirmations to just take one trade. I mean, it's not that hard because I'm basically using the same concept, right? So it's all about practice, right? Practice and repetition. Now, I believe that this is the end of this video. If you have any questions, DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I will answer you as soon as I can.